Of Ian is a weirdo, and it's weird not saying Pivy does it all, but we'll get used to it. So Ian is a weirdo, right there. So I wanted to come on and talk about my adventures at Pride, some whips that I have in progress, some of my finished objects, and then some fails that have to do with my whips. So, so I guess we'll start with Pride. I didn't usually, so usually when I go to Pride, I buy a lot of things. I like to support queer artists and queer support, like allies and just all of that. So there was a queer market that I didn't get a chance to go to, which I'm like kicking myself now, but I didn't realize it was closing so early. So I kind of missed out on that, but I did get a couple things, including this beautiful shirt. So it says support Black trans lives. Something very near and dear to my heart. This shirt is from the Human Rights Campaign, and they do a lot of really great work. So I love supporting them. Also from the Human Rights Campaign, I got this bag, and it says "Totes Trans." It's so cute. So I'm really happy with this little tote that I got. I ruined it almost immediately. We got ramen afterwards, and my ramen spilled and stained the bag. So luckily it's not too bad, but I did have to stick it in the wash immediately. It washes just fine. And then I got this, and you can't quite see that it's like glittery, but it's like shiny, glittery, holographic. And it says Black Queer Lives Matter. Again, something that's really important to me. So, hi, Nixie. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, just going through what I got at Pride. So, that's all I got at Pride. I didn't get too much. I was going to get these like little hair things that, these little hair foil extensions that I thought would be really cute, but they stopped doing them by the time that I was able to get to the tent. Hi, Willa. Welcome in. So unfortunately, I didn't get them, but I think I might do them myself because I just feel like having rainbow like foil extensions would be really cute. And I'm extra. So this crown is actually I bought slash made it last year. So it is zip ties, which is brilliant. And if you can see, it sparkles. So I bought the crown, the tiara, and then I hand stoned it last year for Pride. I also wore my Pride train, so I hooked it to my shirt and wore that, and it went really well. Not a lot of people stepped on it. When people did step on it, I would like stop, and then they'd step off, and it'd be fine. So no rips. It was really secure. We just secured it with safety pins. Nothing too dramatic there. So that was fun, and that is something I did by myself where I had tulle and I had stones and I just went crazy. Um, and then I also wore my Pride shorts that I made. I crocheted Pride shorts, and those were good. I had sewn all the belt loops on, and I used my belt, and they fit perfectly. They were a little short for the boxers I was wearing, but just a lesson to wear shorter boxer briefs next time. So that was Pride for me. It was really fun. I had a really great time. It was my first time at Raleigh Pride. I've been to Durham Pride, but which is quite a bit smaller, but Raleigh Pride was a lot bigger. And although they didn't have any like drag queen shows or anything like that, which I was surprised, but maybe one day. So, uh, so that was Pride for me. It was very hot, but I had my Golden Girls fan with me the whole time. So not only to cool myself down, but to kind of cover myself and I stayed hydrated by drinking lots of beer. And that's how it went. So let's talk about whips. So I just had to frog an entire row of this, which kind of sucked, but um, I'm working on the Japanese knot bag by Bag a Day. And this bag, I don't know what it is about it, but it's going so slow for me. I've been whipping through projects left and right. I got like my Pride hat. So I ended up not wearing my Trans Pride baseball cap that I made because honestly, it was so hot. It was too much. But I'm really happy with this. And I'm definitely going to be wearing this throughout the year, especially once it gets a little colder. Yeah, so this is Rainbow Yarn by Ice Yarn, and it's really beautiful, but I think I missed something because I had to take the whole row off, which twice. So I had to do it twice. So that was pretty annoying. But here we are, doing the thing. So another thing that I'm working on is this. Oh, I forgot my tape measure. I need my tape measure. Let me see if I can mark it on here. Do I have like a marker or something? No marker. Okay. No. Okay. I'll just try to remember that. Okay, so I'm trying to make a using this mandala quick and thick, thick and quick, thick and quick. I am trying to make a rainbow cat sweater. If you have been watching this anything this entire month, you know that I have been trying to make a freaking cat sweater for my cat. And I was like, this yarn will be perfect. It's self-striping, and it will, we're gonna design something that'll be a little bit more fitted to my cat. So I made 2 cat sweaters already. The first one was way too big. I used this book, and I've always had a problem with this book. I think it's just the way it's explaining things, because I've made ones that worked before, but I've also made ones where the neck was way too big. They just like, I think they, so my cat is a little bigger body, and they don't adjust the neck for that. So it ended up being really big on his body and also his neck. So he could crawl out through the neck hole. His whole body could go through the neck hole. So that was kind of a fail. It was so big that it could fit my dog, and my dog is pretty big. So pretty big sign that that wasn't going to work. So then I followed a Bag a Day tutorial, and I had to adjust the sizing down because I initially, so Bag a Day has a Maine Coon cat, and Maine Coon cats are pretty large. So I started with her pattern and quickly found out that the neck was too big, so I just ended up making like a little necklace for my cat, which he wears sometimes. It's really cute. But then I adjusted, and I adjusted down to what I thought would work, and made an entire cat sweater, and he still slipped out of the neck hole. It's just like, so cats are able to dislocate their shoulders to get through small spaces, and if he has like the ability to snake through the neck hole, then he will. So I am currently working on a design that is by another artist, and I will give the name of that artist once I open up my phone and look at the video. But she did just like a belly strap, and then she did a back panel, and then the neck. So there's no so the chest is open, including the arms, so there's no way for him to pull his shoulders in and get out of the neck hole. I also took measurements to be able to have it fit him more properly, which is why I was like, "Where's my tape measure?" Um, so I started using this yarn. So this yarn is, they say it's a size 6, a super bulky, and they recommend a P hook. Now, I don't know. I I disagree. I think this is a 6. I'm not like perfect at this. I think this is a 6 because it's a little bit too thick to be a 5. Hi, Gloria. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm talking about this yarn that's giving me some trouble. So, legs already free. Yeah, so I think that that'll work a lot better. So this yarn I compared to a True 5, and it's a little bit thicker, but it's also like a really dense yarn. Like it doesn't have a whole lot of squish. It's just a really dense yarn. So I was like, okay, well, I don't think that a P hook is appropriate for this. I just think that they were like, oh, it's a 6, let's do a P hook. Also, I'm gonna wear this crown the whole video because it's pride. Why not? Um, so I tried to make I started making it, and um, first of all, I made the mistake of not making it in the round because she doesn't make it in the round. She like buttons it, and I know for a fact if I try to put something on my cat and button it, it's not gonna work. So I gotta slip it on. So I'm gonna make it in the round. Um, so I'm gonna do that, but I used my hook, and if you could feel it, if you could reach through and feel it, it is like it's like a rock. It's so tight and definitely not the right hook size for what I need. So I'm gonna undo this, all of this, and so a bit of a fail there. It's just like, look how dense that is. It's just like a rock. And I'm so I'm gonna hold up the difference in hook sizes. So a K is a 6.5. Is that right? 6.5 millimeter hook. So this is my Furls Virgo. So that's a K, 6.5, and this is a P hook, the blue one in the middle, and this is a 15 millimeter. And I just feel like it's way too big for this yarn. So I'm gonna try. This is an M/N, which is a 9 millimeter. This orange one right here, and I'm gonna try with the MN and then see if that works better, because I don't want something that's too loose that my cat will be able to wiggle out of, but I also don't want something that's like so tight and constrictive that it's not gonna work. So first I'm gonna crochet a row of this bag, this beautiful yarn. It has the most beautiful drape. It's so nice. I don't know if it's the best bag yarn, but I'm doing it because I have a lot of this yarn, so I need to use it somehow. So I'm going to move my cat stuff out of the way for now. How are you guys? So how's everybody in the room? Tell me how you're doing. I wonder if I can use my koozie on my water bottle. I wonder if it'll fit. Is this my cold one? We got too many water bottles going. Okay. Haha. Perfect. Going to make some soup. What kind of soup are you making? Okay, we're gonna start over here on this end. And I think I don't really know what the problem was. So I'm gonna chain one, and I'm gonna turn my work. And I'm gonna tilt you down just a little bit so you guys can't really see what's going on here. Let's see where I want my black thread lies. Gonna move my bag. Move this back. Perfect. Yes. Probably Italian wedding. Ooh, I love Italian wedding soup. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so this pattern, this row alternates single crochets and triple crochets. I'm using a G plus size hook, which is a 4.5 millimeter, and I'm using Furl's Pride hook. So I'm hoping that I get my counts right this time, because otherwise something else is wrong. And I'm hoping that by transporting my frogged yarn, I didn't tangle it too bad, because that would be really unfortunate. You can see, so I have this really cute trolls bag, and it even has a little troll zipper pull. Look at that. How cute is that? I got it at a convention like a year ago, and so she was telling me about this bag that could stand up on its own, which I was like, that's really cool. And she was like, oh, and you can fit a skein of yarn in it. And I was like, sold. It has to be a smaller skein of yarn, but it can hold yarn. So I like having it be my whip bag if I have a skein of yarn. I tend to work with a lot of value yarn, so sometimes the skeins get a little big. Oh no, I lost a rhinestone. Yeah, we had some ramen yesterday. Went to a ramen restaurant, a place that Mel had been wanting to go in Raleigh, and it was very good. Um, I had like a pork belly ramen. I love eggs. Like I just love eggs so much, and the soft boiled eggs in ramen just make it so good. Just the whole experience was good. And then I always get, if they have the option to make it spicy with like chili, um, I'll do that because I love spicy things, and so I put some. They had this thing called the chili bomb, where you could buy like a ball of like chili to put in your ramen, and I got that, and it was really good. I was very happy with it. It's like, I don't know if you're like me, but I grew up on like top ramen, and so to have like real ramen is just like a whole nother experience in itself. And you're like, top ramen is barely ramen. Like it's just like doesn't compare. But that's okay. It's not something for every budget. Here's a stitch that looks like it got missed. That might have been it right there. So the good thing about this pattern is because you're alternating. My husband makes the best Texas style chili. Ooh, puts in as much jalapeno by way as hamburger. Oh gosh, that sounds amazing. I love spicy. Um, mm, I would do some damage on that chili. My wife just bought a bunch of pretty yarn. Yeah, it's gorgeous. My skein is falling apart right now. Oh, the yarn's way over there. But like, this is what is left of it. It's just really beautiful. It just has all the colors of the rainbow, and I thought it would be a great Pride bag. I really wanted to bring it to Pride, but it was just so slow going. Um, that I just wasn't going to be able to get it done. So I focused on things that needed to get done in time for Pride, like my shorts and the belt loops. And we had a friend who brought their child, and their child identifies as non binary. And so Mel wanted me to make them a bandana to, uh, commemorate their pride, and just say like, hey, we're queer too, and stuff like that. So um, I don't know exactly how old they are, but uh, they're like an adolescent, teenager, you know young. So just making them feel welcome um, was important for us. um, So made them a little pride bandana with the non-binary colors. Um, if you guys want, I can um, make a video on how to make it. It's very, very simple. So simple, and Ian can do it. So if Ian can do it, you can do it. If you crochet it all, you can make it. It's a simple granny square style stitch, and just very easy to do. So right here, no chewing. Oh, we got a tangle. I don't know if it's quite a knot. I'm like barely touching it. Like, please don't tangle, because this is a thinner weight yarn. So I'm very nervous if it tangles. Also, it just kind of has a tendency to. It's just a little fuzzy, so it can felt if you have too much friction. So got to be careful with that. I can't wait to be done with this bag. So I know that we are approaching quickly the you'd like to see the video? Okay, Gloria. Yeah, I'd love to make that for you. I actually found it by watching a video on YouTube, but don't think it's like a proprietary like knowledge. Like it's not that deep. It's pretty simple. So I would love to make a video on how to do it. Um, and it's like perfect for the summertime as well, because like while making baseball caps and stuff like that is fun, um it's just too hot for that right now, in the dead of June. um so come on, grab. So uh, so it's perfect to keep the hair out of your face, and um, it's also really good for pets. I made one that was really big for Pride, like I made one that was really big with the Pride flag colors, and like so it's pretty large for a like human head. Like it works, but it's definitely on the larger side. Um, and so I we put this around my dog uh, quite a bit of the time, and it fits him perfectly. And so I'm gonna start selling stuff like this on Etsy. Um, it won't be much, but it'll be just something that if someone wanted to have a little representation of pride or something like that, that you want right here. Oh, you want to put this on? Do you want to put this on? Oh, you want to show them how good you look? Can you guys see? I don't know. Right here. Come here. He's like, I don't know what you want from me. He's wearing it. See? See? Yeah. So we like to let him wear it just because it's a little bit bigger. But the pride flag, the traditional pride flag, has 6 colors, and the non-binary one has 4. So it's really about like how many colors and how many rows you want to assign each color and all of that. Because I think I can make this pride one a little bit smaller if I just make some single rows instead of doing double rows for some colors. But what are you gonna do? Let me get this back in here. There we go. I am obsessed with this koozie. It's so cute. Okay, I'm obsessed with you too, Riker. I'm obsessed with you too. Bless you. Okay, so back to twerk. So I've said it before. I'll say it again. Oh, hey, Prince Daniel. Welcome in. I am just trying to figure out where I went wrong the first time I did this because I'm having to do it again. I'm crocheting a bag. It's just going to be a big flat panel, and then I'm going to fold it and sew a seam um, on the side. So, um, just got some wonderful new stuff from Raleigh Pride. I got this beautiful black Queer Lives Matter, and then I also got this shirt that says Support Black Trans Lives. So if you can't tell, that is an important um, cause to me, and I want to support it however I can. So I'm trying to not tangle this yarn. It's stressing me out because it's so like it just wants to attach to itself. And I'm like, no, don't do that. That's rude. Rude. Riker, you look very handsome. You look very handsome. You look very handsome. You look very handsome. Hi. He loves being on camera, loves being the center of attention. He loves people. So a lot of people brought their dogs to Pride, and we didn't exactly know how long we were going to be there or, um, you know, what. So we didn't want to bring him just in case it was going to be too long and we were going to be staying later. But but we should have brought him, like, knowing now how much time we spent there, we should have brought him because a lot of people brought their dogs, and he would have had the best time. Riker loves people, and he does love other dogs too, but he gets too excited and it looks like aggression. So we've got to be careful around other dogs. But I think it would have been fine because honestly, the only problems we ever have are dogs that are bigger than him, and there were not any dogs that were Riker size. They were all much smaller dogs. So it would have been fine, but you never know. It's something that he's had since he was a puppy, and we got it trained out of him through a pretty expensive training program because I thought he was going to be my service dog, and he so we went through like a service dog training program, and it all went really well. We got him at the very beginning of the pandemic, and hi Tammy, hi, welcome in. I am just crocheting. I'm recrocheting for like the millionth time this uh this row for what will eventually be a bag. It'll be Bag a Days, um, Japanese knot bag if you follow her. And she makes some beautiful stuff. If you don't follow her, I don't know why you're following me, but okay. um, but uh, better to be safe than sorry, precious fur babies. Yeah, exactly. And so Riker was going to be my service dog, and the pandemic happened, and Riker was trained during the pandemic, but the problem with the pandemic is that he didn't get enough. Yeah, you love Crystal. Yeah, she's amazing. She's so great. Um, uh, is that we didn't get enough socialization for him, so he kind of reverted back into his old self of being very defensive about dogs that were his size or larger, and it didn't go away. So and we couldn't afford to retrain him, so it just kind of was like a bad situation. But we still love him. He's still a good dog. I love weird things and etc. Ooh, tell me what weird things you like. Everybody in the comments, tell me what weird stuff you like. Because I just kind of transformed this channel into Ian is a Weirdo because I felt like my former name, Pivy Does It All, kind of didn't really tell the story of what was going on when I'm just a weird person and I want to make weird stuff and I want to do weird things. So, yeah. So tell me what weird things you like. Oh, if I don't have my thing facing the right way, let me know. Because we don't want that. I'm drawing a blank. Think about it and email you. That's fine. That's fine. No, I totally understand. I guess, like, you know, uh, when I think of what makes me weird, it's the fact that like I like so many different things that people wouldn't think that they go together. And I don't think any individual thing that I like is that weird personally, but I the fact that I do like the fact that I want to like make everything like gothic and spooky, like literally. So like right behind me, this is all of my Halloween yarn. I'm already getting ready for Halloween. I'm finishing Pride and I'm moving to Halloween. So um so yes, it um you know, people it's just weird. Like like the crochet community that I grew up in, is very conservative and doesn't cuss and makes a bunch of like shawls and things like that. And flaming hot Cheetos and sour cream. That actually sounds really good. I have flaming hot Cheetos right now, and I'm gonna try, like in my pantry. I'm gonna try that. It sounds good. I love both of those things, so I don't think you're that weird. Show me more. Um, but like I'm like one of those like perpetual Halloween people. You know how some people are that way about like Christmas and stuff like that. I'm that way about Halloween. So, and I have no shame. I literally just got two Halloween shirts. More than that, probably five Halloween shirts. Like, I mean, they're all kind of Halloweeny. Um, and Ian, your puppers can be retrained by you. I know I had a dog that said it couldn't be retrained, and he did. It was great. Yeah. So you are totally right. Totally right. Except I have kind of a fatal flaw. So my dog was going to be my service dog for my bipolar and my anxiety. And um, it turns out his anxiety is what brings on this leash aggression. So my trainer was like, you need to not have anxiety to train this dog. And I was like, I can't do that. I literally need this dog for my anxiety. So it was kind of like, it wasn't that he couldn't be retrained, it was that I could not retrain him. And I needed to, but I couldn't. So um, that's kind of where we fell with that. So it's like it it was just that. So I also had anxiety because when we first got him, he had such bad leash aggression that he actually broke my finger trying to get to another dog. So I was really nervous that he was going to break another finger, and I just had a lot of fear. Yeah. Um, so that's kind of how that ended. And it's really unfortunate because he would truly be a great service dog. He's very well behaved, and he still listens to commands, but he just has this excitement that, like I said, comes off as aggression, and it just that shit won't fly for a service animal. Um, so I'm I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I am kind of excited that Pride Month is coming to an end. And you guys might be gagging. You might be like, what? What? Um, oh, thank you. Um, but I have been working all Pride to make so much content, to make so much stuff. And I've felt really confined in making like rainbow stuff. Even though I would make rainbow stuff anyways, and I have a ton of rainbow yarn. Um, and like trans stuff and all that stuff. Uh, but I'm really excited to just kind of do whatever I want again. And like, because before this, I had a lot of whips on the hook. And afterwards, after Pride started, I had to drop all of those whips and start new ones. And I kind of was like, oh man, like I'm really like on a roll with this pillow. And I just like couldn't. Uh, I didn't have time to work on it because I was spending so much time working on my Pride whips. So I'm kind of excited for Pride to be over because then I can kind of go back to making what I want again, whenever I want, for whatever reason I want. So the whips I have that I can think of off the top of my head, like the two most important ones. So I'm working on a pillow that's my first mosaic crochet, which has been going surprisingly well, considering I'm kind of like teaching myself mosaic crochet, and that is interesting. I've made a lot of mistakes, but it's been really fun to learn. And and then the so the mosaic crochet has eyeballs on it, and that's one of the things where I was like, I make weird stuff. Like I just make stuff that looks weird, and I like it, and I want to do it. So fuck off. Like I'm gonna make an eyeball pillow. And then, so I'm making that. I'm about maybe a third of the way through the front of it. On the back, I'm not going to do the same pattern. I'm just going to do like a half double crochet or something. Just to keep it simple. Like, I don't care if the back doesn't have anything on it. I'm not spending that much time on the back if no one's going to see it. And then I'm working on another pillow that is not mosaic. It is, it just has baubles on it, and like the bauble stitch, and it says fuck. And I have a really fun idea for what I want to do on the back. Initially, I was just going to have a plain back and just have the front say fuck. But Mel and I had a really good, well, Mel had a good idea and I stole it. Mel is my wife, by the way, if you don't know. She doesn't show up on camera very often. She's kind of camera shy. But she does exist. Occasionally you will see her handing me ginger ale or something, or a beer. But yeah, so she had a good idea. So I'm going to be modifying the back of the pillow and making an Etsy listing for some really fun ideas that I have. So I'm looking forward to that and just being able to make that again. That's actually right there. That green right there is my fuck pillow, which always sounds funny to say. It's my fuck pillow. Like, what are you doing to that pillow? Okay, we're getting to the end. We're going to see if this worked or something was wrong with the previous row, which I don't want to go back and do it all again, but I will because I want it to be right. What is your Etsy shop name? So I believe it is ian.is.weird. I just changed the name of my Etsy shop. So also I made, so something that I made that my wife wore is a crocheted fanny pack. The zipper's all open. Oh, the zipper came out. I hate hand sewing. Okay, so the zipper came out, but so it's a fanny pack. Looks like this. Has some rings. Holding it. So, and the back looks like this, which I think is gorgeous. Oh yeah, let me look at my Etsy shop name. Okay. Crafting. It's all on Etsy. Okay, so it's not called that. So it's called Ian's Weirdo Emporium. I don't have anything on there right now, no listings, but I will have listings soon. I'm actually setting up a photo shoot to have to have items on my Etsy shop. And pretty much all the patterns that I use will be, oh, no, it didn't work again. Shit. Motherfucker. Okay, so this is gonna need to be frogged again because the row below it, the one with the problem. Or I can just pretend like I don't notice and do whatever I want. What do you guys think? Frog or just pretend like everything's okay? Let me know what you think. I'm leaning towards pretend everything's okay because I've already frogged this 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. I've redone it 3 times. So yeah. So yeah, my Etsy shop name is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. And I just changed it because it was Pybee Cosplay, but I don't cosplay anymore. It doesn't make any sense. So I just, yeah, felt like it was time to change, and I wanted to stick with this whole weird theme. So I was like, okay. I also changed, I believe I changed my Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram if you want. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right information before I tell you something else wrong. So yeah, so my Instagram name is ian.is.weird, and that is what my Instagram is. So if you want to follow me there, you can follow me. I post a lot of my in progress, and I'm trying to post more because I haven't posted in a long time. So I'll be posting. So there's no apostrophe. So let me type it in. In a few minutes, I'm going to go the hobby bingo. Ooh, this sounds fun. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I literally just changed everything, so it's an app. Yeah, so I can't make it any bigger, but anything. There's no reason for me to show you. My IG info. Okay, so okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pretend like I don't notice that my count's off. And I know Bag a Day would be very disappointed in me, but what she doesn't know won't hurt her. I think that I'm gonna do a single crochet reduce, so that my counts will be at least back on track. So now, wow, we're at 50 minutes already. See, it took me 50 minutes just to do one row. I'm so slow at this. I don't know why. It's just very slow going. We have 5 thumbs up and 2 in the chat. Yep. So, 5 thumbs up. That's awesome. Yeah, I have been just trying to not care about the numbers, because I find that when I care about the numbers, I kind of become this like weird, competitive, like narcissistic person, and that's not really me. So I just, it's like, hey, if you want to like it, like it. If you want to subscribe. Like, do whatever you want. It's all cool. Like, I appreciate it, but I just don't want to be consumed by it anymore, because I feel like I was getting like consumed by it, and maybe that's just my personality, that I'm kind of like an addictive personality. So I just like, I can't, gotta do what's right for me. So I was gonna work on this while I was in here, but honestly, like, I don't think I am. Especially because I could go get my tape measure. You should come to other chats so people get to know you. You're a unique, fun person. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate that. So I do go to other chats. I don't as much anymore, but I do sometimes join Froggy Winna Knitting, Daniel from Paw Ply Yarn Guys, David Browning from Bearded Yarn Guys, and I don't join as much anymore, Kelly, but I need to. What is that in my hands? So this is gonna be a cat sweater, but when I started making it, so I'll retell my story before I go. So I'm using Mandala Thick and Quick, and it is this beautiful rainbow. And I was looking at this yarn and comparing it to the yarn that I have that I know is a true 5 weight, because this says it's a 6. And so this is, what about Melissa's? Who's Melissa? I don't know Melissa. Yeah, send me her information. I would love to join her and hang out with her. So, but it's a very dense yarn. It says use a P hook, and a P hook is huge. This is a P hook. It's a 15 millimeter hook. So I was like, this is way too big. And I'm trying to make a cat sweater that my cat can't slip out of. So I'm not going to use the biggest hook known to man. I know it's not, but to make this sweater, I was like, it doesn't need that. So I used a K hook. Now, a K hook is, what are you? Say 6.5? I don't know. I can barely read it. It's furls. I'll see what I can do to hook you up. Thank you. So I used the K hook, and it came out, I just was kind of testing out the yarn and whatnot, but it's really dense. It's really thick. It's like a rock. So I was like, this isn't the right hook for what I need. So instead of using a P, so I will show you the difference. So like, this is my K hook, and this is the P hook. And I was like, okay, this is too big. So I have an M/N hook, which is a 9 millimeter. So I think I'm gonna try the MN first. Also, P hooks really hurt my hand. So even though this is a clover, it's still real big. So this is a P/Q, to be honest. But I'm gonna try the MN and see if I can work with that a little bit easier, because it's a little, I mean, it's quite a bit bigger than the K in the middle. So we're gonna try that, see if that works. I don't want something that's gonna be like, you know, armor for my cat. It doesn't need to be that tightly, you know, crocheted, but I also don't want something that he's going to be able to slip out of super easily. So I think that the M/Ns will be better, but we'll see. Follow me on Instagram and I'll let you know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Love you.